our channel ClassFly community. So today is the lecture based on the EMF equation of DC generator. We know that in the electromagnetic induction, whenever the coil starts moving, there is a production of the magnetic field and there is a change in the magnetic flux which causes us the induced EMF and which produce the current, right? So see, for the EMF equation of DC generator, we need to know some terms which need to be defined before we move ahead with the equation. See, there will be a P which will denote the number of poles of the generator. I told there are two stator magnets which will be of the opposite polarity. So these two poles will be represented as P. So these are the number of poles of the generator. Okay. Now see, phi is the flux produced by the magnetic field which caused by each pole. Whenever the coil starts moving, we know there is a production of the magnetic field. This magnetic field produces this flux which is caused by this each pole, and its unit is Weber, and we write is a WP. There will be as the armature starts moving, there will be the speed of this armature. So the speed of the armature is denoted by N, whose unit will be revolution per minute, or we can say it as RPM. Now Z is the total number of conductors in the armature, or I can say the total number of coils which are looped in the armature. And A is the number of the parallel paths in which the armature coils are distributed. It is winded, right? So there are paths, so there paths, right? So they are parallel paths, so the parallel paths in which the coils are distributed, that will be denoted as A. Okay, now let's move on to the how to create this EMF equation of the DC generator. Now see, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic equation, we know that the EMF is equal to change of flux with the change of time, right? So I wrote that E is equal to dq by dt, and E is the cutting rate of the flux, right? So now see, the total phi is equal to phi into P. This total phi means that total flux, and this phi means that the flux produced by each pole, and P we know that it is the number of poles of the generator. Now see, the time to complete one revolution for a conductor. That means when the armature need to complete its one revolution, that one revolution is denoted by 60 by N, and N is the speed of the armature. Why 60? Because we know it's 60. Why we written 60 by N? Here the N is the speed of the armature, and revolution per minute we know that, so minute is 60. That's why 60 by N, and we know that the unit for the speed of armature is revolution per minute. So see, I know that the equation for the electromagnetic induction is E equal to dq by dt, right? And I know that phi, that the total flux is equal to phi into P. So if I write phi into P and I know the time is 60 by N, so when I solve, the N goes up, so I get that the EMF induced in one conductor is 5pn by 60, right? Now see, there are the Z, that is the number of conductors. Like this, there will be many conductors, and here the EMF will be induced, and this paths or the number of conductors when the parts will be denoted by Z by M, because Z is the number of conductors and the A is the paths in which the conductors are winded, right, are distributed. So I can write the number of conductors, that is Z, which is distributed in the parallel paths into, that is the multiplication into the EMF induced in one conductor. That means Z by A into our EMF induced in one conductor, that is 5pn by 60. So our EMF equation for DC generator is E is equal to Z by A into 5pn by 60. That means the number of conductors of Z distributed in the parallel paths, that is A, into the EMF induced in a one conductor. Okay, I hope you all understood the EMF equation of DC generator. So till then, be happy and have a great day ahead.
Now it's the quote time. The unexamined life is not worth living. I hope all of you understood today's lecture and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at ClassFly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.